Hello and welcome back, it's Cazza here, and today I have a very special episode in Wargame Red Dragon today. It is a 1 versus 1 against Noob. It was a very tricky match, this one, and I wasn't expecting, well, it was a ranked match. I wasn't expecting to come up against him straight away, but I think he's ranked like 30th, 40th in the world or something. So I've got some very interesting gameplay for you to witness. And one sec, I'll just get to the deployment phase because it just always takes. It amazes me on how long it takes to do. So as soon as the deployment phase is over, I'll just pause it and we go through the units that I have picked. We're going to be watching this from my perspective to show exactly what I've done in the match. So, right, let's put that back down. So, straight away, I'm playing in Mud Fight, I believe this map is, against the Noob, who's, like I said, 40th in the world. The deck I am playing is a very interesting one. The deck I'm playing is Eurocore motorised. So that means I do not have any good tanks. Doesn't mean I've got, like, the Leclerc or anything along those lines. So I'm missing the tanks, but my infantry tab is brilliant. It's spectacular, second to none. With especially playing with Eurocore, with like Legion 90, Phantom Jaeger, base Jaeger. All of it's just brilliant. But the problem is I lack tanks. But I do have the MX10s and the MX13s that make up for it. Especially them, they're just so good, brilliant. So right. So playing blue Eurocore motorised. The problem is with it is you lack the tank, so you don't have a leopard or anything. Well, the best tank I've got, sorry, is a leopard, but you don't have anything stronger. So let's get to it. So I'm wanting to push the town here in Delta. So I'm starting with a Tiger because I need to. The thing is, especially playing motorised, is you need to be able to deal with their enemy high-ranking tanks. So with a Leclerc, so my air tab is quite tank orientated. I'm running with 2 ASFs, so I'm running with a Raphael, Elite Raphael, and 2 Mirages to try and secure the air power. And I'm also running with 4 Peace Rhine and 1 Super Extended to try and deal with enemy tanks, and I'm sure you're going to see that in a moment. So I'm using the tank here. Got some infantry there. I think it must be. Yep, I think that's Phantom Jaeger. No, that's Legion 90. Crotar deal with air, Mistrals, mortar, and some recon. Starting with an FOB as well. You'll see why later on. Here just with a recon, some AGTMs and minstrel in here. Went very light because sometimes they do like to push, but I thought, well, I'm going to push here. I'm going to go light here. So just some chasseurs and an AMX10. Please comment if I'm saying that incorrectly. So let's get straight to it. Don't know what deck he's playing at this point, but you'll see shortly. It was a very tricky match, and especially playing with motorised deck as well. This map is not brilliant for me because not a lot of forest, especially here when they were running. So straight away I can see he's playing either Eurocore or France because he's starting with a Celtic. So I'm retreating my Tiger and I'm moving this over here. He's rushing here because the Celtic has more range, 2,600, whereas my Tiger had 2,200, so don't really want to waste the points. So my Crotar is engaging the Panther, and I can see he's playing. Still think that, yeah, it's just a French deck. So I'm moving everything I've got behind the town to try and give me cover. I'm smoking off this area as well, though. And there you go. And he's got a Leclerc there. So, like I said, that's the thing I'm worried about, especially playing a moto deck. So I'm trying to secure the town. My AMX is Jaeger and Legion 90. If I can get the Legion 90 in there, I'm laughing. But oh, big hit. That's Crotar gone. So I've got my Super Extended, and that's it. He's lost his anti-air power. What is phenomenal for me, because now I can actually abuse air power here because he has no anti-air, and that's exactly what I'm wanting. So I'm now starting to push up a bit on here, But he's got Panzer Grenadier in there, brilliant troops, and I'm just, because they're in the town as well, most likely going to see me get melted a bit on it. Legion 90 as well, but never give up without a fight. Should probably move Micro Tower back, but I'm trying to get my target into range so I can use those rocket pods it's got on it. As we all know how effective they are. Like that Peace Ryan coming in, getting a shot off, but he's retreated his Leclerc. What is a very sensible move, because I was going to kill it because he has no anti-air here. So just mortaring his position at the moment. And by the looks of things, he has won that first engagement. You can see he's moving his Leclerc into the woods or forest. So yeah, they're stunned and panicked. They're not going to do crap all. Wasn't expecting them to. Should have moved them back, but oops. You live and you learn. AGTM squad engaging and misses both rounds. Typical, ain't it? But there you go. I'm circling my super extended just to see if I have a visual on his Leclerc or anything like that. So my Jaeger in there, and as you can see, his troops are all very low, panicked and whatnot. So it wouldn't be too much of an issue if I just rushed him. So engaging the super extended, and he's got keys out. Kiwi? I like to call it Kiwi anyway. Kiwi. Yep, brilliant ASF, but completely. I mean, what was I doing? I mean, seriously, you know when you look back at games and go, what was I doing? Now, this is one of them. Because you think, well, that's 120 points I've just wasted, and in turn just really killed next to nothing with it. So it's all about trading, isn't it? And I didn't trade very well. So nothing's been going on down here at all. My AGTM squad here's gone, and nothing's at this stage in the match. It's just me trying to gather up a bit of force again. We're playing the Tiger, gathering up a force again to take him. But I know all of his troops in said town is quite low in health. What's good to know. But I didn't kill them, what's a bummer. That Phantom Jaeger earlier come from the transport that I landed here. I was told it to get into the woods. What I'm thinking now at this stage was if he had a CV or something, tried to, for later on in the game, the common place for a CV, oh yeah, kill that, don't care. Common place for a CV is put it there along the woods here. And I might be able to get like a very cheesy snipe on it. So I moved everything back. My mortar's just having a pop at the Milan. With 2 AMX 10s just to support, getting a supply truck as well. Now, and I'm also calling out Alars. The trouble is with playing motorised is I don't get access to the French very good support unit. What's it called? I can't remember. I think it's like the Lars upgraded or something. I can't remember what it's called, but for 50 points it's quite good. Now you may be thinking, well, it's crap. Well, the simple answer is it's crap. Totally. But I'm not using it. I'm only going to be using it really to try and stun enemy units, to make them panicked. So that way I can get, or stun them, that way I can get a clear visual on them and kill them easier. Plus as well as that, when a unit is panicked, they don't shoot as straight. What? That's not the word I'm looking for. They don't shoot as well. So their accuracy goes down. So I can see he's got something going on here. Saw him moving those troops back, a couple of them. So makes sense if I'm going to just rocket here, because I know if I was playing this sim, I would right now have a supply truck here. So I've turned off my machine gun on that, and I'm just waiting for that to get in visual. Imagine. Yeah, it's probably got some recon in it. So just mortar in that position. And here it goes. Oh, it's beautiful. So remember, I'm just doing this at the moment to be a pain in the arse for him. And it seems to look good. I don't realise actually how many there are. Fair few there. So probably got recon squads there. I've called for some recon here, because recon, especially playing with a moto deck, is your greatest ally. You need to be able to see him and he can't see you. So like I said earlier, especially with the motorised deck, is your greatest ally is your air power. And he's got the Kiwi out, so... Oh, they're playing on Q actually, that was quite cool. I've brought out a Raphael to try and take over the air power so I can... secure the air power so I can abuse my peace shrines, so his Leclerc becomes effectively useless. So my tiger has spotted something and I'm just engaging it. I'm amazed he didn't have like a Crotar here or something just to shoot me, but it's a mistake. Oh, he's not playing a French deck, he's playing Fleming Euro. I don't know why I said French earlier, my bad, sorry. Tiger doing brilliant work, especially with that exceptional optics. I mean, it's brilliant, but I can see he's bringing in his Celtic, and of course, Tiger's done its work. Let's just send him home. There's no point in looting it. Plus, if he comes too close, I've got my Minstrel here just to deal with him. Here comes the Lars again. Is it the Lars? Lars, or whatever it's called. And, oh, need good. That was my German accent. Don't want to lose the Crotar here. Not fussed on the mortar, but the Crotar you don't want to lose. Luckily, it's only become panicked. But the mortar's, I think, gone. Yep. Oh no. Not too bad, so I'm just falling them back. I don't know why I've turned off their main weapons. I must have done it by mistake. So my Falcon Jaeger here is, I'm going to try and attempt to get into the town in a minute with it. Like I said earlier, this is a very interesting match, but it was the first time I've really tried the deck out. So I tried it in a 1 versus 1, but the guy rage quit beforehand real badly because he was getting beaten. So, and he wasn't, yeah, he was a bit of a noob on it. So I thought, oh, let's try and ranked and hope I don't come across somebody good. And of course, you come across somebody good ranked 40th in the world, and it's like, oh, crap, I'm going to lose this. I haven't tried the deck, I don't know the kinks of it, don't know how what you need to do to play with it. So this was really an experiment, and later on you'll see if it turns out well or not. Yeah, so like I was saying, it was just an experiment, and you don't really want to be coming up against Noob whilst trying out a new deck. But hey, that's part of it. Now, one thing I cannot stress, especially playing with a motorised deck, is how important, like, elite or your special forces troops are. They are your greatest. Well, they absolutely done a number on him later on. So I can see he's got his Leclerc out, and I've got my Peace Shrine Raphael out, but he's got 2 Kiwis out, so just evac it. I'm going to lose that fight. Always trying to. If you don't have to engage, don't engage. You always come. Unless you know you're going to win. Only try and engage when you know you're going to win, where the odds are in your favour. God, sounds a bit like Hunger Games. Will the odds be ever in your favour? Yep, poor Micro there. What are you expecting from me though? Micro is not my thing. So he's got his Kiwi out, but this is the Mirage I've got out, and an elite Raphael. And my Peace Shrine. So my Peace Shrine is going for the Leclerc and takes it down very low health. So all in all, he's just killed 100 point ASF. Well, not ASF, I'm talking crap. A Peace Shrine. I've just killed his ASF worth, what was it, 130 points. So I'm trading there. It's a good trade for me, because now I have secure air power. Ouch. I've secured air power, what is huge, especially with my Peace Shrines. So these Falcon Jaeger, I've got to say, are probably one of my most favourite special forces unit you can use. Because if you look at them, they are actually with their main weapon 60%, with a huge rate of fire with 533, and even with their machine gun, it's a huge rate of fire with brilliant accuracy, and their anti-tank weapon, you get 8 rounds and 70% with 24 AP. What's massive. So this is the best tank I can really call on, the Leopard 1AF5. Not a brilliant tank, but it can hold its own. Can hold its own, but like next to a Leclerc or anything, well, I think it's a no-brainer. You know who's going to win. So at this part of the game, I'm still just gathering up forces, and my main mission at this moment is, because I know I've secured Foxtrot, and I need to try and get back into this town somehow. So I came up with a, well, questionable idea. So what I'm going to try and do is get back into Alpha. I know that I won't have a good supply route, but I'm not trying to at this stage. Get back into Alpha, try and get the backside of Alpha, or even here, maybe with a few AMX-10s. And that will cover my support here, so I know he's got nothing here. Try and smoke it off there, and get it back into the town. Because if you can secure here, you limit where the enemy can actually shoot you from, or you know they're going to be. That was the grand plan in the grand scheme of things. And of course we've got Minstrel, and I've moved my Cazza up as well, because last thing you want is my troop to get melted by a Panther or anything. What I do know he has and is using. So right now trying to get some recon out, and it's melee, and it's just, yeah, other 5-point transport. I really don't care about 5-point transport. So I can see he's bringing in more troops and all, and he's just captured that. Well, it's fine, I don't mind him. The nice thing about this map is, if you've lost the start and all, it's not the end all, because you can only, it's not like a +2 or anything, it's only going to be a +1. So I don't mind him having that, but I have called out for CV. I mean, if you can, try and limit it, because the reason why I've done that is because I know these troops are all on their way, and I'm hoping they're going to be successful. So in the meantime, just let's not let him get too far ahead. There's the Lars going again. Where am I going with that? Oh, I think that was from when my troops were in the town. I've just forgotten about it. So it's MRS in my the town I've got. This town is vitally important for me, and it must keep this at all costs. My Raphael just engaged, but didn't get killed. But so I should have showed that. Right, he's clearly trying to push into my town, so I'm calling out for some Jäger. Is it Jäger? Yeah, Jäger. To try and re-secure the town, and you'll see how good they are later. So he's really trying to push it at the moment. He's got a Celtic here, got a Legion 90, AGTM, got 2 Rolands. Ballsy move. But the trouble is he's left them on show. And this was probably the worst time you could call for a CB. Is Celtic's coming and gets a hit off, maybe? Yep, gets a hit off onto my Tiger, and I believe I try and land it, but I don't know why he bottled it. Because if he could have taken my Tiger, he could have pretty much won the game here. You look back and you go, you do wonder certain things, but you'll see what I mean. These Milan are going to hit crap because they're panicked. So I'm just moving them back. Moving my CV back as well, but these troops could not come in at a greater time. So, £2 of Grenadier, 90, brilliant troops, Legion 90, AGTM, Legion 90 again, and Commander's Papa. Moving up with Roland, and I believe there's Leclerc. There you go, you see the Leclerc, because of their exceptional optics. Gets a hit! And the troubles with the Rolands is they 2,800, you need to get in some good range. Oh, one more hit. No, I'm bottling it because of that. The main thing is, especially playing with this deck, you don't need to be killing his super heavy tanks. I'm going to win the game by infantry engagement. That's the plan. So my Panzer Grenadier are in, I believe. Yeah, Panzer Grenadier in the town, and just watch them how well they do here. So they will melt these Panzer Grenadier 90 in seconds. Look at that. I mean, in the space I've lost 2 troops, he's lost a squad, and he's lost probably a few more. So I'm moving them up. So these Phantom Jäger 90 have just effectively saved my arse. In my opinion, he probably shouldn't have made the push, but I can see what he's trying to do. So now it's just MRS, and this does you nutting. You're a good player, why do you need Arty? Right, sorry, I forgot to comment over here. Since that engagement was happening, I've also been focusing over here and been moving my troops up. He actually has nothing here, but his CV I have seen is here. There you go, you see it there. It's around this area. And the reason why you know it's around this area is because he's got a lot of stuff protecting this bit. This area. So, and yep, there you go, you saw it there. So it was the tank. So his Marder 2's approaching with Roland. It's got a Kiwi. Oh, I love that saying. Kiwi. Out. And just trying to move up some troops. Trying to get these Phantom Jaeger at the back. Just to make sure nothing's there. Using this to try and stun enemy units approaching. And also to try and scare him off. Oh, Raphael's engaging. And does kill the Kiwi. Peace Ryans do get a hit on the road. The problem was I used both of them at the same time. I should have split them apart. Made it like 5 seconds later. The next one came in and killed the other one. But my mistake. Not the end of the world. Oh, that's a beautiful hit. So he's just been engaging me there and lost. But look at this. Ready? This is when the Phantom Jaeger 90 really do come into their own. Oh, killed 2 Marder 1s in one shot. And now, because I'm in the town as well, they're just going to absolutely obliterate them. They're calm, they're panicked. 80% hit rate. You absolutely melted. I mean, that's a huge, huge amount of points he's just lost there and there. So, my Tiger I've clearly just abandoned here. Meant to go and refill it, but man, my supplies have really went down quick. So, it's moving up the Panther as I would have expected. And I can clearly see a visual. So what's that? Some Marder 2, and there's his tank. There's his CV tank. Look at that. So I'm calling out my peace runs because I know I have air superiority. Oh, that was disgusting. And you see, it's trades like that that will win you a game. I've lost no points there because I've killed them, but he there has lost. How much is one of the tanks? 170, 140 or something along those lines. So he's just lost over 100 points worth, and I've just ineffectively killing nothing for me. What's brilliant? I'm just mortaring that now to be a pain in the arse to him. There you go. I'm finally moving my Tiger back. Yep, why would you hit with 60%? 66. I don't know why. Hey! So yeah, it was the Vebs. That's what I was meaning to say earlier. He's got 2 Crotars out. Ballsy move, but I'll show you later what I do with how you combat that. It is quite funny. Right, this, just to let you know, is my mistake. Never follow me on this. I put my CV in the corner here thinking he wouldn't see it. Did I turn off the weapons? No, I didn't. No point anyway. Thinking he wouldn't see it, but I should, in hindsight, have put it into the forest here or something along those lines, but didn't. So he's probably got a Commander Papa around this area and has a direct visual onto the CV. So he's probably got a target on there and he's just MRS in it. And that was my mistake. Called out Peace Runs to try and go for the Crotar, but lost line of sight. So my minstrels and all will deal with the Celtic if need be. I mean, watch this. I mean, panic, no hits. Oh. Is it clear? But no. I mean, what a hit. So, whilst that's been going on, yeah, there's the Commander Papa that could see my troops. Calling out for a Panther, not Panther, for a CV. Going to put it in this corner here. Just to try and stop him from ticking, because the last thing I need him to do is start getting that much further. Right, watch this. Commander Marines, brilliant units nonetheless, and against my Phantom Jaeger 90. I've just moved them back because of his Panther. I do not want to lose all of them, especially with those rocket pods, but look, they're just melting everything. They've lost one unit and just killed a Legion 90 squad and a few other things. He now has another CV, but I'm just going for the town, just to try and piss him off and weaken him. So I'm moving my Phantom Jaeger 90 back, because he does know I've got stuff in there, and I don't want to get got by the Panther. Because the Panther will just melt troops, especially with that 30% accuracy. Right, watch this. Legion 90, Phantom Jaeger again. Legion 90, respectable, solid unit, really, all round. And, yeah, it just gets melted. Absolutely melted. Just mortar in there. So, put my CV there, putting these Legion there, just to act as base defence, just in case he does come in. Still got my Tiger. Oh, there you go. Look at that, moving it right now. So clearly he's got some anti-air, and he got a hit on my Mathraos. Just evac it. No point losing it for no reason. Should have moved that up a bit more. So just like I said beforehand, Recon's your greatest ally. Make sure you abuse it. So I can see he's moving his Roland into there, but also he's mortaring MRSing, sorry, my CV, so moving it. Don't want to lose it. Pray like I don't lose it like the last one, because they only give you 3 in the Panther, especially with troop ones. There you go, Tiger finally got it. There's the Roland, I can see. I'm just trying to make sure that he's got no sight on it. Peace Rind were coming in to go for the Crotage, but evac them last minute, because, or the Roland side, because, ooh, because lost line of sight. But I was quite fortunate there. I did not lose my CV from his MRS in me. Ah, right then. So now, because I own Alpha, like I said earlier, I want to push back into the town, because if I can control the town, I can effectively control Alpha and a huge section of Delta, and especially with forced engagements, I know I'm going to win in Alpha. So I need to now secure the town here. If I can secure the town, put Milan in there, and it'll be all good. So just building up a little force here to try and get in town. Peace Ryan was going to come in for the Roland, but it's just moving it back into the town. See, this is where it gets interesting. So at the moment I'm losing, not badly, because I made good trades, but I'm not doing brilliant. I'm still behind on conquest points, and he owns a huge portion of the map with his Leclerc still intact. Remember that. Still has his Leclerc, plus he's got his Lars. Is it Lars? Whatever you call the thing. I'm going to kick myself later because I can't remember that. Still positioning my crosshair arm still there just for the air coverage. There you go, Legion 90 are coming up. Spotted a Vab and killed it. Again, spotted a Vab, offed it like that. Moving them into the forest. Moving up my Phantom Jaeger 90 to try and help deal with this. And just watch how good Phantom Jaeger 90 are. Ready? Just look at this. I mean, in hindsight I should have probably told him to go for that and to go for the transport first, but it's fine. Moving my Panther in for support, Tiger to get visual, and look at all the crap he's got coming out my alley. Look, Tiger tried to come in, but thanks to my brilliant positioning, got it. And look, he still wants more. Losing it. Oh, this is one brilliant MRS strike, gotta say. Look at that. I can, as a visual on their Crotage, they're having my Panther, hub it lost all its ammo anyway, and I'm not fussed. And his Panther Grenadier 90 and Commando Marine been melted by my Phantom Jaeger and Legion 90. And that's how effective they can be if you use them right. You can see he's got his Leclerc out. Do I try to? Yep, he's moving it back now. Unload, 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 unload! Oh, I did. So I'm trying to go for his Leclerc. And look at that! That's his Leclerc showing rear armour. Gets it. That's what I'm on about. So right, Crotars, as you know, have very low ammo, only 4 rounds each. So if I sent that in, that just lost him. Oh, Raphael getting hit, evacing it. They only have 4 rounds each, and they've just wasted 2 shots. So it means they only have another 3 shot. Well, yeah, another 6 shots left. You can see he's just put in his CV there. Trying to move my Jäger 90 just to have a pop. I mean, how much was it? 170 points. Huge amount of points for what I've never been that fond of, like tank CVs like that. I prefer the infantry ones, but that's just me anyway. Right, as you can see now, my force here is quite good. AMX 10s, AMX 13s, some Legion 90, mortar, and I'm ready to engage. And I'm calling out for 2 leopards. Look, Jäger melted the Legion 90. Done. So this is when it gets interesting. Just repairing my Jäger from before. This is where it gets interesting. He has his Raphael out. I need to somehow deal with that. Because I need to secure air power. As you well know. It's where my deck thrives. So now, watch this assault. Alright, this is probably my favourite bit. This is when a person ranked 300 and something in the world beats somebody who's ranked 40th in the world with this move. Ready? Right then. So AM at text 10. It's getting targeted and telling them to return fire once they got line of visual. Telling my troop, like I said earlier, get behind the town. Telling my troops to get into the town now with a lot of fire support. Moving this up now to try and out combat it. Got my air power out with my peace line, and I'm going for the. Oh, misses both shots. That's unfortunate. Yeah, 50% accuracy. Right. So he's got Panzer Grenadier 90 in there. He's going to get melted by that. Moving my AMX 10s up. I do. Remember, I killed his Leclerc, so it's definitely not here, and he's MRS in this position, I believe. Called out for a Tiger as well. He's got his Crotars there and Roland, I can see. Ouch. But my Leopard, I mean, it's a good tank for what it's worth. I'm trying to target his Crotars now, so I can huff that air power. That's 1 Crotar gone. Missed. Come on. Missed. Hit, go on, and that's all his air power. Yet again, gone. He wasn't very good with his air power. I should have moved my Tiger up to deal with this. He's got his Raphael out because he knows he's in the craps. Legion 90 taken out, trying to take out an AMX 10, but fails miserably or horribly. And I've actually got line of sight on that one there. But watch the air war coming in. So I've got my Raphael against his Raphael. He's not microing his properly. Gets done. Straight off. Evac it. And get my super extended to go for that 170 point tank. Oh! And look at that for a split. Oh, I'm just enough. So he's got anti-air. I was quite lucky he actually didn't get a hit on that. ECM's only 30. So I know he's got troops in there, so I've now secured the town because I could attack him from multiple directions. Panzer Grenadier there, but got my Tiger here with the rocket pods. Bang, 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 bang. There you go. And AMX 10s in support. Moving up my AGTM. I can still see his tank CV there. So in that assault, I've lost really nothing compared to what he has. He's lost Raphael, lost the Leopard 2 tank CV, and his troops and all, and I've lost, and a Tiger, and I've effectively lost nothing. Only a couple of mere troops, a few AMXs, 100 points worth probably. So it's all about trading well, especially with a motorised deck. You've got to make them feel the infantry spam. So why did I buy that? I didn't even realise I did buy that in the game. Alright then. Clearly I must have had a reason to. I'm amazed I didn't actually call out a peace line yet. Just calling out for another CV here. He's got, you know you're desperate when you're using the flank Gepard to try and deal with my air. So, bear in mind the time I've got left. I've got 8.5 minutes left to try and pull back 130 points effectively. So I'm now moving up my 2 Leopard 1A5s to try and engage with his. And I am using my Lavs to try and stun him. I mean, watch this for stun. Ready? Stuns! And on cue, I'm moving up my Tiger so I can keep line of sight. It's very important. You've got to keep line of sight. There's my Raphael, just to secure air power, and going for it. Tiger's going to get it, but Tiger got it, but I've traded 120 points for 170, so I've made 50 points. Called out another Leclerc, but against like Legion 90 in there and all, he's not going to do too well, but he's trying to go over my tanks, and with no smoke support, especially with lack of AA at this current moment in time, I can just peace line him. Like I said, I had 4 cards of peace line, 2 super extended. So yeah, there it is on cue. You see, so it's a. He's gonna, I know I cannot one-shot this Leclerc, so I'm gonna go for the Gepard. Because, like I said earlier, my greatest ally is my air support. Let's take his anti-air away from him. That's the most important thing I can do. Take it away, that just makes the Leclerc more vulnerable and susceptible to attacks. And with a Moto deck, that's what you've got to do. Like I said before, this is the first time I've ever played properly in ranked, and I seem to be beating a person ranked 40th in the world, so you know you're doing something right if you can do that. You get where I'm coming from? So AMX10, he's trying to push up to try and combat this, because I'm ticking at a +2 right now, and quickly, and I mean quickly, gaining on his score. So I've got my super extended coming out. I believe the super extended can, go destroy the Leclerc with the 2 shots, and there you go, super extended with the peace line, obliterate the Leclerc. So I've lost 120 points there, and I've killed 165. All about trading well. You can see his infantry CV, but the problem is with my deck, I have no bombers, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I can clearly see where it is. It's not. He's trying to CV snipe me again. It's not there, by the way. I can see where his CV is, but no bombers, so I'm going to have to do this old-fashioned way of moving everything up. AMX10, moving up with my 2 Leopard 1A5s, Legion 90 and all, to try and get to his CV. So I know there's no Leclerc there. Now I've exhausted all of his. So I'm trying to push up. And he can see this, and he's retreating. With his Marder 2, AMX10 and all. I've got my Phantom Jaeger 90 in the woods, just in case he does to try and pull something. There's my peace line. They're going for the Marder 2, because they're a pain in the arse. But does get got by the flank Gepard and Protile, I believe that is. But I now have a visual on his Gepard and all, and like I said earlier, air warfare is my ally here. I need to make sure I obliterate it, especially now I've taken the power away from him into my hands. Ticking at a +2 still, so all of this happening right now is brilliant news for me. It means he can't get into the zone and counter cap it. Calling out a Tiger here, what's exceptionally bad for me, because I have no anti-air anywhere near. My Minstrels are here, probably can get a line of sight up to there. So fall back. I think I lose them all. Brilliant call by him, by the way. I mean, take nothing away from that. But I'm engaging with my Raphael now. Now you might be going, well, that was pointless. Well, and I'll be going, well, that is pointless. But the point was, with the Raphael, yep, there's the Kotara gone. I now have air power back. Point was, I needed to try and kill it. There you go, I did kill it eventually. So he brought out Leopard 2A1 to try and find my CV and kill said CV. Got a 3 stack of AMX 10s and AMX 13s coming as well. Might be able to do it, and especially because he's now using his, well, he's just about to lose that air power. I'm trying to give him more targets so he doesn't find my CV, because he can't see that yet. So this is a last ditch attempt by him to try and level things out. With only 3.5 minutes to spare, things are dire for him right now. I fully control all 3 sectors. So ticking at +2, and at this rate, look, only 20 points away from him. Not 20 points, 10 points away from him. Going, and there is the surrender because he could see exactly what was coming. So with a 3,745 kills to 2,900, that's a good trade. The Noob is 27th in the world. I was wrong. He's 27th in the world, and I beat him. Yes, that's how you do it. So let's have a look how well I traded. Kotaro done quite well. Tiger, maybe we're not the best with kills, but I'm not using it for the kills. I'm using it for the optics as well, because you need to see an enemy in order to kill an enemy. So Phantom Jaeger 90, making up against, yeah, look, there's 25. That's what, 30 points, 25. 30, 60, yeah, talking over 100 points worth here. Peace Ryan killing the 2 CVs. One piece, ouch. My Raphael killing his Kiwi, and Raphael as well. AMX 10's doing a number. Minstrel killing his Tiger, and Celtic and Pirate. Anything else of importance here that I might have missed? AMX 10 killing his CV, don't think that matters. Panzer, not the Panzer, Tiger killing the Panzer Grenadier 93, 2 of them. So that's 50 points worth. Not brilliant trade actually. And what I lost here. So all in all, I think where he went wrong was he did not secure the forest well enough. In fact, he didn't secure it at all. In my opinion, I would have been looking to secure the forest, put a few AMX 10s there, and wait for him to attack me. That's what I would have done in his position. But everyone plays differently, and who am I to comment on somebody who is ranked 27th in the world? So, well, thank you very much for watching the video. Please, and I mean please, like and subscribe, especially the subscribe one, as I'm trying to build up the channel but need your help to do so. So please subscribe, and please leave a comment. Every comment I will read and endeavour to get back to you on. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.